Hello and welcome to our ab day workout. Sydney is going to be my lovely assistant today because Mama can't do all the ab moves anymore, so she will be my wonderful demonstrator. Today's going to be an isometric focus, so we're going to hold a lot of static ab poses, and that's sometimes we're the most sore from those kinds of workouts. So don't be fooled. This is going to be an intense one because we're going to be holding it. But you may not break a sweat. We'll see how you like the isometric version. We did this a long time ago, maybe back in like June or July, something like that, something similar to this workout. So, okay, we're gonna start on our mat, on the floor. Let's move the camera down a little bit. Hudzy, you gonna help us? And you're gonna be on your back. We're gonna start with a hollow body hold. So, lying on your back, arms overhead, and legs straight out. So this is the full progression of the move. You're gonna Hudson, come here, baby. It smells so good, I know. You're gonna lift your shoulders off the ground, keeping your arms by your ears. Lift your shoulders off the ground. Yep, up. And then you're gonna lift your legs off the ground. Here. So we're holding. So we're really creating this like dish form and pressing the lower back into the ground, okay? Modification would be to keep your arms lifted or your upper body lifted and bend your legs. Okay, so you can hold that as well. Here we go. 3, 2, and go. We are holding and breathing. Yeah. So you really want to focus mind-body connection on pulling that belly button down towards your spine. So if you were to touch your abs right now, like I'm poking at Sydney's, you can feel that those muscles are fully contracted. Okay, even with the legs bent. Lay down. Lay down. Breathing. You've got less than 20 seconds. You got this. So creating those long levers are going to make it harder. So keeping your arms straight overhead and keeping your legs straight is going to be the full progression of the move. Bending your arms or even just lowering your body, your upper body onto the ground. That's another modification if it's straining your neck. 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest. Good job. Okay, beautiful. Next. Felt that one? Are you done? Okay.
Is that the end of it?
We're going to keep your knees bent and your feet flat on the floor. Upper body's just going to lift like you're going to do a crunch, but you're going to hold. Okay, so you're going to reach your hands, yep, like right there. So you're going to stay in that like 45-degree leaned back position. Arms are reaching forward just again to create that long lever so it's not so easy. We're kind of just redistributing the center of gravity here. 3, 2, and go. So modification for this one, and don't let your knees collapse in. Keep them nice and straight in a straight line there because you want to work these inner thighs too. Another good like little feedback tool would be to hold a pillow or a yoga block or a foam roller even in between your legs, so we're turning on those inner thighs so they're not collapsing through. So we're using the whole pelvic floor, the inner and outer thighs, and the lower abs, obviously. Keep your neck open, chest nice and long. And if this is straining your neck, you can definitely place your fingertips behind your head. So feel free to support your neck if you need to, if that feels better. Otherwise, we're just reaching out, keeping that back lean. You got 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest. Nice job, Sydney. Good work. Okay, if at any point I'm saying anything and it's too fast or you need to stop and grab a yoga block or a prop to help you as I'm like kind of guiding you through this modifications, feel free. This is the awesome thing about the recorded videos. So pause it, go grab your props and come back. Okay.
Not for me though.
Not for you. You don't get to pause anything. All right, we're gonna lift your straight legs up over your hips. Yep. So feet can be pointed or flexed. You'll get a little stretch in the back of the legs if they are flexed. Turning on the lower abs. Okay. So just holding those legs there is enough. I mean, you're already contracting the abs, right? Then we're going to reach shoulders lifted off the ground. Okay. So again, you can reach your arms straight, or you can have them supporting your neck. Up to you. 3, 2, and go. And we're just holding. Good. And we're breathing. So the hardest part sometimes in these isometric positions is the breath. because a lot of times when we're holding these static positions, you tend to want to hold your breath. But that's definitely the opposite of what we want to do. We want to be fueling those muscles with big, deep inhales and big, deep exhales. So don't be shy about the breath. Again, just like Sydney's doing, you can modify by keeping the knees bent, if that feels better. Otherwise, full progression of the move, we're keeping the legs straight. It's a little bit harder, isn't it? It's a longer lever, so you're using more, contracting more abdominals. But find your happy spot. You don't want to be in pain. You definitely want to be able to hold it for the next 3, 2, and rest. Good job. Relax. Nice job. Okay. Next, we're going to do a little V-sit. So V-sit means you're going to come up to your tailbone, and your legs are going to be out straight. Modification would be to keep them bent. Okay, we're here, and we're going to keep the arms in a T. Okay, so we're leaning back. We're balancing on our tailbone. If you need to modify, you're bending the knees, and you can rest the hands down by your side. But let's try the full progression first. 3, 2, and go. T out. Yep, perfect. So you're in this V-sit position, but your arms are out from your shoulders. Again, keeping that deep breath. Nice open chest, shining the collarbone forward so we're not collapsing through the throat. So we're keeping that airway open. Good. Yeah, it's hard. So yeah, just like Sydney's modifying, if you need to, place those fingertips lightly on the ground. You can always bend the knees. So fully straight would be a little bit harder. Bent knees would be a little modification, a little bit more support on the lower back. You've got 10 seconds here. Hold it. Breathing deeply. 3, 2, and rest. Great job. Nice work. So you feel those abs working, huh?
They're shaking.
Okay, good. They're shaking. Yay. Hope she's not the only one. Okay. Next, we're going to do a little low boat position. So we're leaning back a little bit lower than we just were in that V-sit position. And we are bending the knees. So the knees can be bent, and we're just reaching the hands towards the legs. Okay. 3, 2, and go. Good. So we're holding here, keeping the shoulders lifted off the ground. Modification would be to let the upper body rest on the ground. Okay. So just breathing. Again, whenever we're in this position where our back is on the floor, we want to focus on pressing through the floor from belly button to spine. So that lower back should be firmly smashing against the floor. No arching, no tension in the lower back. You are almost there. You've got 10 seconds. Breathe deeply. I don't hear you breathing. That's a concern. 3, 2, and rest. Good job, guys. All right. Lower abs should be nice and on fire. Then we're going to prop ourselves up on our forearms. Okay. So forearm, sorry, just the way you are. Elbows right under shoulders. Okay. So we're propped up. Our upper body's a little propped up here, and we're just gonna hover, holding the legs straight up. Okay. Again, trying to create that pelvic tuck where we're pulling the belly button toward the spine. Okay. So we're not pulling tension in the lower back. 3, 2, and go. Good. Nice job. So yeah, modification is harder than it looks. It's harder than it looks, isn't it? Modification would be to keep the knees bent. Full progression of the move, you're gonna hover. Okay, so it's much harder when they're lower to the ground. So you can keep them straight and then keep them just a little bit higher, if that feels okay. And then final progression modification would be to bend them. But really, the whole time, no matter what position you're in, I want you to think about pulling your belly button towards the floor, towards your spine. 10 seconds. Stay strong. You got this. 4, 3, 2, and rest. Good job. Nice work. Okay, now we're gonna let the upper body rest. So you can let your lower back or your whole back come to the ground. And then we're gonna do a little windshield wiper variation. So keeping the legs straight, full progression of the move. Start with them over your hips And then we're gonna rotate them to your right side, but we're gonna hover off the ground, okay? So now we're adding a little bit more of those transverse abs, the abs that run straight across, and the obliques, okay? So I want you to hover over here. So if you need to put your arms out in T, that can definitely help you with your foundation, or you can bend the legs. So that's your modification. Bent legs are gonna be a little bit easier to control. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, and go. So hovering as low or as high as you need to off the ground. Nope, you're just gonna stay.
Oh, I'm just holding down there.
Oh, man. Okay, we're just holding. So again, we're trying to keep that left shoulder off on the floor. Sorry, don't let it pop up. Yep, and just feel free to bend your knees. This is another good place to place a yoga block or a pillow or a foam roller between your knees, so your inner thighs and your pelvic floor have something to kind of just immediate feedback. Holding strong here, less than 10. Feel those obliques working, the side of the abs might be shaking, that's a good sign. 3, 2, and rest. Good job, relax, release those legs to the floor. You might want to even windshield wiping your knees side to side, just tick-tock them side to side, just to kind of release that lower back, in case you had any tension there. And then we're gonna go to the other side, okay? Did you like hugging this between your knees? It
Yes.
helps a little bit.
Yeah, because you're putting the pressure, we want to go together, but they can't.
Right, you have something to kind of hold on to, yeah. So putting that between your knees is another good modification, just for instant feedback for those inner thighs to have something to grip onto. Otherwise, like Sydney said, your knees want to kind of collapse on top of each other, and then you're fighting against yourself.
Yeah.
Here we go. 3, 2, and go. So we're going to twist to the opposite side, and we're hovering. So feel free, find your sweet spot. You can hover an inch off the ground. You can hover 8 inches off the ground. So whatever feels manageable for you to be able to hold this position for 45 seconds, knowing that you're pulling your belly button toward your spine. Your opposite shoulder is on the ground. So we're in a twist, but we're turning on all those transverse abs, all those oblique muscles, all those rotator muscles. Nice and strong. Awesome. Breathing. Deep breath. Less than 10. Good job, guys. Holding strong here. 3, 2, and rest. Good job. Go ahead and release that. And we'll take the props. And then we're going to flip over. We're going to switch it up. So you're going to come into your side plank. Okay. Side plank, we know we've got a couple different options. So you can be on your hand or you can be on your elbow. Making sure your elbow is directly under your shoulder so we're not splayed out. It's not at an obtuse angle, not at a further wider angle. It should be 90 degrees right on top of each other. Or your hand, whatever feels more comfortable for you. And then for your legs, full progression of a side plank is where your legs are stacked. Okay. Otherwise, you're going to stagger them. So both legs are on the ground. So separate them slightly. You have a wider base of foundation. Or you can modify even further by keeping this leg bent and going up onto that knee, keeping your top leg straight. So your bottom leg is bent, your top leg straight, and you're using whichever hand or elbow you prefer. Okay. So we're just going to hold this side plank. So find whichever variation works for you for 45 seconds. Here we go. 3, 2, and go. Lift and hold. Nice job. So the goal here in a side plank is just to light up those obliques, especially the ones closer to the floor. So the ones on the bottom are working a little bit harder. And then, because we're working that much more against gravity, right? And then we're trying to keep those hips up as high as we can. So we want to, yes, nice job. Make sure you're breathing. I was checking. She's holding her breath. Don't hold your breath. Fuel those muscles, fuel those cells with oxygen. It'll make it a ton easier. Feel free to go to the modifications if you need to. Sydney's in a stacked leg position. I don't know if you can tell from the video. You can also stagger your legs or keep your bottom knee down. 3, 2, and rest. Great job. Nice work. All right, shaking it out. And then we're just going to flip to the other side. You got this. All right, here we go. Other side, side plank. 3, 2, and go. That side's a little bit easier. Yeah, so just noticing on yourself, we definitely have a dominant side and a non-dominant side. Interestingly enough, if you're right-handed, your left side obliques might be stronger than your right side obliques. So if you're in your right side plank and it feels a little shaky and you switch over to your left and that feels stronger, that is why, because our body works as an X. So as we're using our right hand dominant side more, we're countering that rotation with our left side obliques. So thinking about that on yourself, if that makes sense. Almost there, you've got about 10 seconds. Breathing, 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest. Great job. Relax. Nice job. And you might just want to give your shoulders a little shake out. We're going to go into another plank variation. So we're going to flip over into a high plank. We will get to the low plank. So if you've got any wrist or elbow or forearm problems going on, feel free to take the low plank option if that's what works best for you. But we're going to do both. So first we're going to the high plank. Okay, so the top of a push-up position. Hands right under your shoulders. Go ahead. Feet should be about hip width apart or wider. So the wider the base, the wider your foundation, the stronger you'll feel, the longer you'll be able to last. If your feet are together, touching closer, that's going to make it feel a little harder. So find your edge, find what makes it challenging enough for you, but able to hold for 45 seconds. Here we go. 3, 2, and breathe. So always in a plank, we want to think about pressing up and out of our shoulder joints. So we're not just sinking down, collapsing into our shoulders. Nice long neck, so we're breathing. Pressing through the fingertips, so we're not crushing the wrists, so we're not pressuring the wrists too much. So pressing through the fingertips, pressing up and out of the shoulders. And then tucking the pelvis. Sydney's doing a good job here, because if I were to come around and tap her and shake her, she would be solid as a rock, right? Remember when I used to do that in class? I used to come around and knock you over. And the less you move, the stronger you are. So all the muscles in your body, as many muscles in your body should be tense. The biceps, the back muscles, the abs, the glutes, the quads. 3, 2, and rest. Good job, guys. Breathe. Nice work. Okay. Shake those wrists out and shake those shoulders out. Next, we're going to come into, this is going to sound hard, but you can do it. Don't be nervous. We're going to come into the bottom position of a push-up.
Okay.
Okay. So where we're like hovering over the ground in the bottom position of a push-up, right? So your chest is not necessarily touching the floor, maybe an inch or two away from the floor. Elbows are tracked back about 45 degrees. And I highly encourage you to just do this in the modified position. So from the modified plank position, you're going to push your hips forward, right? Keep just right there. Yep. And then your head, tailbone to top of the head are in a straight line, right? We want to keep this straight line the whole time. Then Sydney's going to bend your elbows. No, keep your hips up. No, keep your hips up. There. Bend your elbows, but keep your hips up. Yep. That's where you're going to hold. Okay. That's where we're going to hold. So we don't really want to arch through the lower back. Pull that belly button up. Yeah. And then bend your elbows. Yeah. There you go. So really trying to pull that belly button in. Here we go. 3, 2, and go. Holding. The bottom of a push-up. Bend your elbows a little bit more. Bring your hands in a little closer. Yep. Shift forward. Yeah. Right there. Good. Yes, your arms are shaking. I see it. It's good. That's good feedback. That's good response. Your muscles are working very hard right now. Don't forget about that core though. Pull the belly button up toward the spine. Good. It might even feel like you're rounding through the lower back. That's okay. We want to turn the core on. Yes, good. And protect the lower back. Nice job. See if you can shift forward a little bit more. Chest closer to the floor. Right there, right there. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest. Nice job. Yes, harder than it looks. Good job. Your arms are Jelly.
Yeah.
Okay, good job. Next, we're gonna do long lever plank, arms straight out as far as you can. Okay, so this is normally counterintuitive. This is normally what I say we shouldn't do, but we're gonna walk our hands out as far as you can in a plank. Okay, so it's called sometimes a Superman plank, where your arms are just like at the way top of your mat and your legs are all the way back, and we're holding this plank. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, and go. So your arms are not perfectly stacked straight up and down under your shoulders. Yep, and just hold that right there. Good. Your hands, it almost looks like you're flying like you're Superman. Good. Tucking the pelvis, pulling the belly button toward the spine. Nice job, guys. Almost there. This is a long lever plank. Breathing. Stay strong, stay strong. Nice work. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest. Good. Come on down. Shake those wrists out. Shake those, excuse me, shoulders out. Good work. Okay, we're not done with planks yet. We're gonna go now into our low plank. So this is your elbows right under your shoulders, perfectly stacked on top of each other. Structurally sound, 90 degrees. You can go modified or you can go on your toes. 3, 2, and go. Hold it nice and strong. So always when we're in our plank, first thing we're thinking about is tucking that belly button up toward the spine, tucking the pelvis. Good. Bring your shoulders back a little bit further, more under your shoulder. Yeah, your elbows under your shoulders. Yeah, there you go. Did you see your butt came down a little bit? Good. Breathe. We want to rely on your muscles and not your joints here. So it's really easy to just kind of collapse and sink onto your joints and your skeletal system, but that's not helping us grow, and that's not going to help us hold a plank for a long time. We want as many muscles, biceps, triceps, back muscles, glutes, quads, as many muscles engaged as we can. So thinking of your body as a tightrope. Good work, good work. You're almost there. 3, 2, and rest. Beautiful job. Good work. Shake those wrists out, shoulders out. We're going to go back into our low plank. This time we're going to hold up our right leg. Okay, right leg is going to be lifted the whole time. You got this?
Yep.
All right.
Fantastic, Mom.
Yes, I know, it sounds easy, right? We're not jumping around, we're not moving around too crazy. We're just holding. All right, right leg is lifted in our low plank. 3, 2, and go. So always you have the option to do this from the modified position. Feel free to keep that left knee down. Just keep your hips shifting forward so you're in a plank position and not a tabletop position. Good. Keeping that right leg elevated. You could also, kind of in the way here of the camera, but you could also let that leg rest on the other leg if it's hard to keep it, to hold it up. But try to go for the whole time, because then we're activating these muscles, the hamstrings and the glutes in that right leg. Hold strong here. Push your hips forward more. Shoulders over the elbows. Yeah. You want that core lit up. Are you feeling it in your abs?
Mm-hmm.
Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest. Good job, guys. Breathe. All right. Yes, shake those shoulders out. You know we got another one to do. You know we got the other side. Yep. So we're gonna do low plank, left leg lifted. Okay. Same body position, nice, strong, straightforward plank. 3, 2, and go. Good. Yes, shoulders right over the elbows. Shift forward a little bit more so your booty is not popping up into the air. We're protecting the lower back and we're turning on the core, those lower abs. Good job. You can feel free to rest that left ankle over the right ankle like Sydney's doing. Breathing deeply, always connecting, coming back to that breath. Good job, guys. You are almost there. Less than 15. I want you to feel those lower abs working. Scan your body. Make sure you're in alignment. Nice long line. 4, 3, 2, and rest. Great job. Okay, shake those shoulders out. Not done with the planks yet. We're going to come back up into a high plank. This time, high plank, right knee up. So we're just holding. Okay, we're holding like that mountain climber position. Right knee towards the chest the whole time. Pressing through the fingertips, pressing up and out of the shoulders. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, and go. Hold it. Super strong. Good. Nice work, nice work. Breathe. Yeah, nice deep breath, connecting that lower belly to the breath, sending oxygen to the muscles, fueling the muscles that are working so hard for us right now. We're in the home stretch of this workout, guys. You're crushing it. We're almost done. We've got 10 seconds here. Breathe. Feel those abs working. They'll thank you tomorrow. 4, 3, 2, and rest. Good job, guys. Come down off of your hands. Shake those wrists out. How are we feeling?
Like jelly.
Like jelly. Good. All right, we've got another side. Yay. So we're going to high plank, left leg lifts. Left leg's in that mountain climber position. Here we go. 3, 2, and go. Mountain climber hover. We've just got maybe 2 more moves.
Oh,
We are almost done. Good job, guys. Breathe, 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 breathe. You got this. You are stronger than any move I could give you. Good. Next, we're going to get out of the plank. So no more plank after this. Good, less than 10. Stay strong. Press up and out of those shoulders. 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest. Great job. Come on down from the plank. Shake it out, wrists and shoulders. Good work. Okay, next move, we're coming all the way down to the belly. Go all the way down to the floor. We're gonna do a Superman or Superwoman. So first we're gonna lift the legs off the floor. So upper body will rest. First we're lifting both legs. Lift and squeeze the whole back body. So the glutes and the backs of the legs. Then you're gonna extend your arms straight out. And we're gonna lift the arms, just the arms. So keep the legs in contact with the floor. Lift the upper body off the floor. Beautiful. Then we're gonna lift everything together. Legs and arms, yes, and lower. Good. So legs first, then upper body, then everything together. Okay. 3, 2, and go. So core means the whole torso, all the muscles of the torso. So that is abs and the back body, the back muscles. So we're working the upper back, the lower back, the middle back here, obviously, and then we're also working the back body of the legs. We're working the glutes and the hamstrings for sure as we lift those off the ground. So really important, especially as we tend to sit a lot more often nowadays, sit for work, sit in front of the computer, sit when we drive, we're sitting all the time. Really important to strengthen these back body muscles. This is a great one to do if you're noticing any rounding or hunching in your day-to-day posture. This is a really good back strengthener. 3, 2, and rest. Great job. That was not an isometric. That was just a dynamic.
I like tummy time.
It is tummy time. That's like the first thing we do with babies, right? We're strengthening their back muscles. That's so true. Okay, one more move. We're gonna do bear crawl hold. So tabletop hold, where we are starting in that nice flat back tabletop. And then when I say go, we're tucking the toes, lifting the knees, hovering just an inch off the ground. Okay. That's it. Last move, best move. Last 45 seconds. You got this.
Yeah, we do.
Nice flat back the whole time. 3, 2, and go. Lift and hold. Beautiful. So if you're feeling any knee pain or weird tension, bad angle on your knee, just walk your legs back a little bit, walk your feet back a little bit further to open up that knee joint. Again, you want to stay hands right under the shoulders, pressing up and out of the shoulders so we're not collapsing or dumping through the shoulder joints. Super strong through these upper back muscles, the tricep muscles, pressing through the fingertips. Again, keeping that back super flat so we're engaging the core. So we're pulling the belly button up toward the spine. 10 seconds, guys, and this is our last move. You're almost done. 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest. Beautiful job. Shake those wrists and shoulders out. High five. Thank you, Sydney. Thank you all. Thank you so much for joining us. And I will see you tomorrow for our body weight HIIT class, my favorite of the week. Have a good Thursday, y'all. Bye, guys.